live to do some money challenge, finishing, well, I'm not going to finish it off, but at least try to get some of it done before we go up to families and kind of talk about what I've been up to, maybe talk about what you're thankful for, and, just sitting, chatting, and trying to get the momentum up and getting back in the habit of filming and all that fun stuff. I want to do a Vlogsmith this next month. Between this channel and my painful life, I might just do some vlogs on this one, working on some of the challenges, and maybe on the other one doing some out and about type of thing, and trying to get a business up and going. If you are new and you're ADHD and you have a hard time getting stuff focused, that's what I want to do on this next upcoming year. So come summer, I can start selling stuff. So that's the plan. Let's see if this thing is up. I'm on the painful life, not the painful budgeter. Let's switch accounts. So I get up there. Oh, I'm up to 200 subscribers finally on my painful life channel, my art channel. So go over there if you like art, subscribe. Give me a 2,000. Yeah, I would love 2,000. I need 2,000 subscribers. Get monetized. That'd be awesome. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to work for this next year. All right, painful life, not the painful life. Let's switch accounts. I keep doing the wrong one. Okay, painful budgeter. There we go. There we go. Why does it keep coming up with the painful life? That was yesterday's live. Let's refresh. Come on. Why does this keep coming up with painful life? I want painful budgeter. Switch accounts. I'm on the painful life. Let's do that and switch it and then do it. Mac. Do it again. Oh, my freaking A. Technology. Switch. I want to be able to talk. Budgeter. Why does this keep coming up with the painful life? Not the painful. It's showing the painful. Home. It's not coming. It's coming up painful. I have my painful thing on. Let's go view my channel. There we go. Oh, I think I was on my work screen or something like that. Yeah. There we go. Whoa. Oh, I think I was on my work screen or something like that. Yeah. All right, let's switch this. Oh, let's turn down my sound. I was listening to Exploradora 80 yesterday. Alrighty. Let's get this going. Let's switch to thingy. This is my 2026 money challenge I am working on. Let's get my gooseneck working. Get it all in there without showing my belly too much. Let's see if I can get this. There we go. Line it up. We are doing the 2026 money challenge. Each letter will be worth $20. Each island will be the amount on them. And we're just doing detail. I did it with quill ink the other day, and this paper does not do well with quill ink. It is a coffee stain, and so it's made the fibers a little extra chunky. And so I'm like gouging it. So I'm going to go over with my Sharpie pen. I have this is a 0.05 and this is an 003 micron. And we're going to try to get this side to kind of look more like this side. See if we can get a close-up of it. But this is the detail I have so far on this one. And I'll hopefully have this up in my Ko-Fi account by December. This is my bunny. I'm kind of working on some different styles of coloring pages. This is some of the other stuff I've been working on. And the other ones is this is a pond with some koi fish in it. And these will be more koi fish. This is just the sketch of it. Let's see if you can actually see that. It's a little bit light. But this is one of the other ones that I'm working on. I'm going to put a bench here with a lady, all viewed from above. I'm going to probably do probably more like this style right here, kind of a sketchy stippling type of thing. And then so this is the one I'm working on. And this might just be I've just been doodling. So I was making an outline. I might do like a greeting on the inside, just for maybe a Christmas poem or something. I don't know, haven't decided. But this will be the free one I am working on. I've got the houses drawn up in the background. I have it just kind of plain on this side. I'm going to put 3 little gnomes caroling, and then put some like Christmas wreaths and other holiday type of things in it as when it's done. Hopefully this will be up in my Ko-Fi account for the freebie come Christmas, probably by December, probably by the 1st or 2nd week of December. So I'm going to be working on that as well. But those are the ones that are in process. This is probably my last big one that I got done, was the Halloween one. It's on my Ko-Fi account as well. But, you know, it's not the free one, but yeah, it's one of the other ones. I have the turkey one that's the free one right now. And then I'm working on a mat for this budgeting channel. I'm doing a SketchUp of that. It has the painful life, and it has the butterflies in it. And then I'll have the money down here. I have a money tray up here, and then I'll have some cash challenges drawn out up there. And it's kind of in the same style as my painful life one, which is this one. And I'll have the same butterflies, you know, the stippling butterfly, and then the colorful one. And this is like just the welcome to all my beautiful fools. But so I want it to kind of look like that in a way, so it'll match. And then I have a couple other ones. This is just kind of an idea for a creator challenge. I want to put some of the different logos of different creators, have 6 of them. And so it's going to be like a money challenge. But instead of saving money, you're actually going to these different channels and actually watching them. You know, one will be 1 week, 2 weeks. I'm going to have like 6 of these, so you'll have 6 weeks worth. I might even do more. But I'll be putting their logos, probably just go Photoshop, Photopea, take a picture of them, crop it, and then put them in here. And, you know, that way, roll the dice, and then each one I'll do different ones. And then, you know, hopefully I can get them up there and people can do the same thing and get some watch hours for those who want it. And then, oh, this is the free one. It's a little messy because I spilled coffee on it. This is on my Ko-Fi account right now. Link is in the description. I should have the link in this one as well. But you can get this one for free. It's just a little turkey. So if you're having Thanksgiving and you have kids at your house, go and upload that one and get it printed out and give the kids stuff to do. The Zentangle one, I want to do a little book for Christmas and just kind of working out as a free gift for my family, and then work it out, maybe do something thing, you know, it's just a doodle, or the turkey, and some script writing. I had some other stuff in here, but where is it? Yeah, all kinds of stuff I'm working on. I'm also doing some bookmarks that I'll probably do for November or December Vlogsmith type of thing. So I can have some bookmarks that'll be done up. Which is, you know, have a creepy looking dude for like a roll the dice type of thingy. Just some sketches for a tree of life. Some little kitty type of things. I might do him in ink. A little dragon. A little elf looking pictures. Some flowers. We might do that in pastel. I don't know. A little shark. I don't know if you can see those. An owl. This one I'll probably do in ink. Then I already have some ones that I did in watercolor that I might put just some words or quotes or something like that. This is actually watercolor pencil, so I'll probably do this as a live one of these days and just add a little water and have it look like watercolor. Same with the dragonflies or watercolor pencil. and my little squirrel with the top hat. And I'll probably do some pastels on the flower itself, and this is watercolor. So then these are some of the, this is another bug one, which is also in watercolor pencil, which will add some pencil to it, or some water to it, and see if I can get it to look kind of cool. But those are some of the stuff I'll be doing for Vlogmas. Hello, everyone. How you doing? But yeah, that's what I'm doing, and today I'm going to try to work on, I have so much stuff over here. It's like, I have so many stuff that I started, and I just need to get them done. That's a blank one. Hey, anything else? But let's get started on this. Make sure this is in line. And what I am doing is just adding the shadows in, a little bit of water, and around the numbers and the letters, just adding some shadow. And this is all kind of like scratchy. And you can see how it's pretty much. I was watching Dora and she made me laugh, and I'm like, oh, dude. And then I'll do some video of doing the rest of the stuff on here, and then I'll probably do another live of adding the extra details, so that way I'm not, because it's taking a lot of time to do it. And so let's get started. I have my micron. Let's get some micron. I'm just gonna this way so I can get it. I'll be turning this thing this way and that way. So here in the States, today is Thanksgiving. And if you are in the US, are you going with family or friends, or are you just hanging out by yourself? Or are you from another country and don't know what Thanksgiving is? It's a day where we eat a lot of food. Get our stuffings and our turkey, and our mashed potatoes and green beans and pumpkin pie and all that fun stuff. We are going over to my sister's house today, up there in northern Utah, and we are going to, she's making, we usually have all the food. We usually do the family here, but she's going to do it up there. A lot of the family actually lives up there, so it's a lot easier. And we're going to go see all, I think we're going to have about 17 people up there. It's going to be a big old family. Luckily, we get along with most of our family. We're all dirty-minded individuals. All right, what I'm doing here is I am trying to make these look rounded. And this one, this would be kind of cool to kind of color in with like a gem. I want to do that as a gem. So I want to have some longer lines coming up here. And I started out with just doing one line here, and just try to curve them a little bit so they look like they're making this a little bit more rounded. I could probably do something a little bit more in the center later on, or just do some dots. That's usually what I end up doing. And I want to have look like the star here. This thing is actually kind of floating in water. Or the compass, not the star. Yeah, the compass, I want it to kind of look like it's floating in water, so it looks like I have little ripples here around the different compass points. And then I have some islands as well, and I'll add some extra water. I might do a wash of a light blue on here, but I'm not sure how that will look with the stained one. So I'll probably get this and I'll put it on I'll scan it, put it up for Ko-Fi as black and white, and then I'll do one up myself, and then I'll probably just play around with it, doing some water staining and, fill it in. And then I have a couple $1,000 that I might just take out of my bank and do some videos. So it'll probably be fake. So if you see them up there, kind of fake one, just to kind of show the product and do some art filling it in type of thing and have it look like what it's done. And that way I can get some extra shorts in as well. So some of these, if they're a short, they might actually be fake. So don't come to me, hey, you're not actually saving. It's like, yeah, well, they will steal my money. It might be something like I get paid like $2,000 or $3,000 a month, so I might actually use that first, cash it up. Stop saying Holly. I'm trying to work on that. Cash it out. Do the videos, upload them so I can have multiple shorts throughout the year. And then, that way people can, it's constantly in my thread, and people who find me later on can go and pick it up in my Ko-Fi. Probably the New Year's, I'll probably have this, when I have it up in December to the beginning of New Year's, I'll probably have it free. And then after that, I might put it like for $5, because I did do a lot of work on this. But if you want to donate some money or something like that, I do have a fund I'm trying to save up, because I want to take this little room and turn it into a little mini shop where I can do my art and actually sell stuff. And, because I want to get it by the summer. I actually want to make hand-done books and journals and art journals and Zentangle little booklets and all that type of stuff. So I want to start learning how to do that and do the steps I need to start my business. And so that's what I'm doing a lot of this product out. Anything you buy or donate will help me get like printers and ink, paper. If you have any great ideas for money challenges out there that you would like to see, or if you want a money challenge for your own channel that's more specifically for yours, let me know. I will work. I would love to do a commission for someone, because I want to start doing commissions and all that type of stuff. Stop saying stuff, Holly. Every time as I say stuff, put in the comments, stuff. Stuff. Just don't drink, because, it'd be a drinking game. Stuff. The stuff drinking game. Yeah, there's a lot of different challenges I want to do, but this, I have a 1 month ahead one that I've done, and I have no idea where I put the freaking paper, because I'm prepared like that. Got my bunny here. My make-believe bunny and some other ones. I might do some money oh, dude, don't lose those. I might do some bookmark money challenges, similar like this, and that way, people can do them, and then they can do the savings and color them in, kind of like this segmented bug one. This would be a great like little money challenge. Once you got it done and you color it up, you got a bookmark. So I might do something like that, but who knows? I'm just kind of brainstorming this next month. So if you have any great ideas, or you see something that would go, ooh, that would make a great money challenge, or a coloring page, or something different that's not the norm, let me know, because I want my coloring pages to be hand-drawn, they're not AI. If I get enough money, I might get me like a tablet to do some online stuff, but I want to keep the majority of my stuff actually hand-drawn, so you can see each mark, and it makes it harder for people to steal it because each one is done differently. They still can. Switch this around. Make sure it's still in frame. I'm going to add some little rounded ones, some longer ones that almost come all the way across, and come over here, and then making them a little bit more curved, like that. This one I could probably add some more long ones, curving it. I need to erase that. Where's my eraser? Where's my feather? I could lose stuff if it's like right on me. I'd be holding the stuff and I'll be losing it. Make sure you say hi in the comments so I know you're watching. One of these days I'm gonna have to do like a calligraphy channel where I'm just a calligraphy show where I'm just writing people's names just so I can get some engagement. People like to see their names written. That'd be kind of cool. I might have to do that. Maybe for Vlogsmith, do some. I need to practice my calligraphy anyways. And make this a little bit shorter because it looks like it's underneath. Still kind of make it curved. Make it look like eyelashes. But if you want to do some of this type of thing, now this, when I let me switch this around. When I made this to get this even, like I said, this was all hand drawn, freehand, and to make this even in the center, I just kind of did the 4 corners to get the center, which is right here, and then I split it into sections. So I'd have a line up here, I'd have a line up here, I'd have a line here, 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 and here, and so there was all into sections. And then I got a compass and did the circle, another circle out of it, and then I sketched in the 2023 in between the different sections to try to get it to line up as close as possible to have enough space on the outsides. And so once I got the basics of the center drawn in, and then I went in and just lightly sketched some random shapes for islands. I have a boat down here and another boat down here and a little tiny one here and a chest over here. Where is my... I'm gonna get freaking... So one thing about doing this with pencil on this color type of paper is even if you smear it with the pencil and it looks dirty, it's okay because it's supposed to look old. Alright, let's do some more over here. And to tea stain this, it was very easy. I'm a coffee drinker, so I just brewed up some coffee. And you could probably do this with any type of color. You could probably make it purple, you can make it yellow, you can make it all different types of colors, just with whatever type of thing you're using. You know, me, I use coffee on this, but yeah, you could use like a beet to make it kind of a purplish blue. You can use like carrots or turmeric to make it more of a yellow. All different types of colors of, or just even some dye to give it different colors, or just some ink, like some of this type of stuff, and do it as a light wash to do all different types of colors. But I just kind of put on there with a sponge to darken it. So it's front and back. You can kind of see this paper. I had to let it dry and then add some of the coffee stain, let it dry coffee stain, because it'd start to kind of rip and fuzz out, which also made it really hard to do the quill and ink because it would catch on that. This was the better size, so that's why I used this one on. Alright, I'm going to use this one as an 05. And this is a Sharpie pen, and it's more of the calligraphy style pen. It's not just the normal Sharpie. And this one, instead of actually just doing straight lines, I'm actually just going to do some dots on it, very lightly, to kind of give it an extra shadow. I'll make sure that's working. Okay. Always make sure you put the cap on, because this thing will dry out like in 3 seconds flat. Gonna invite George Floyd. Hey, bro. Going to invite George Floyd to the Thanksgiving dinner. Make sure you film that. That'd be awesome. That would be awesome. Is he got a fight on tonight? I don't know. Is he even still doing it? You're talking the wrestler or the boxer, right? At least I think that's who you were talking about. That'd be cool. And then I might just do some just kind of stippling, because this is very big and it looks really odd if you do some swipes on it, because it's just too thick. So I'm just using this to do some, I'm just kind of doing this back and forth, dun 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 dun, just to get some stippling very lightly. And don't concentrate too much on one section. You can actually just kind of dot 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 dot. And then I also kind of see what I did over here. There we go. So what area are you from? I'll do a little bit extra shadowing underneath here so it looks like this is above it. Whoopsie. I guess that's a blemish. I'll add a couple extra blemishes while I'm here. What you mess up is part of the painting. Part of the thing. Let's do some more. Just kind of go back and forth so you're not overdoing it on one section. And do some. Now this one I will have it a little bit darker because I want it to look like it's curved, but not overboard. And I'm going to add some little dots as well to kind of break it up so it's not just a line. Like I said, I will have this in my Ko-fi account probably the beginning of December. Once I get this thing done and scanned, and then I'll go through it on Photoshop or Photopea and clean up anything that's like ink and other things a little bit. Brighten it up a little bit or darken the ink a little bit to make it a little bit more noticeable. And then I might do a couple different ones once I get it photoshopped in, not photoshopped in, but scanned in. I'll have this as the regular one, and then I might come back and experiment with it and then have one that's almost color, and then just having the outline, maybe even having the islands a little more outlined in browns and different colors, maybe having some like copper or something like that around that. I might do some different styles. And then all you have to do is fill it in. That way, if you're not the artsy fartsy type like me or anybody else, you can have one that's almost finished and you just have to fill in the letters and the islands and do your savings. Even read text manages new begins clips. What do you do if you're still on? Is that just some random thing, or do you have a channel? Okay, I'm gonna kind of do that up. Go back to the other one so I don't go too far on things. I'm gonna put my little PF here. I always try to do a little symbol that kind of just looks like squiggles, but if you look at it close, it is my initials. These for the channel. I'm going to do a very, oops, I'm going to get this in here a little bit. Let's get this line in here so I don't accidentally. I'm going to have this over the top of the ship. Kind of a trading vessel or a pirate ship, whatever you want to think it is. Oh, I was going to not do a solid line. I was going to do kind of a broken line like this one, but I forgot. I'll do it on this one. Since this is all kind of sketched, I want to kind of do a broken line on it. Get that in there. Then we're going to go back and do, I'll see if you can see this, what I'm doing. What I'm going to do is go back and, oops, unblock that first. And then I'm going to do another line right next to it, so it almost looks like water washing off of it, and it kind of separates it as well. I'm going to do kind of a dotted line so it looks more like water. Anywhere there's like a certain areas that kind of bow out or in, I might just do a little extra squiggle in front of it so it looks like maybe there's a breaker there. So kind of think of this like a water breaker. And then just do some very light lines on the edges. And so it kind of looks like a water flowing through. Make sure you don't do it too long, because if you're doing this little tiny detail, your eyes will go buggy. I know a lot of people aren't watching this live because they're doing stuff in the kitchen, but I figure some people are out there who might be listening to stuff, and if they realize I'm live, maybe they'll come up and say, "Hey, what you doing?" Or catch me on the replay. I just need to start putting videos up. I need a drink of water. Oh my goodness. That's okay. I'm just going to go for another 15-20 minutes. I think I can handle it. Let's do some more really quick lines right next to it. So it kind of looks like it's splashing against the water. Make sure they're kind of broken up and not solid lines. Oh, I'm going to do that over on this side so I don't accidentally. And I do some very light broken up lines. Oh, let's put the cap on that because that will dry. And if you're new here, this is a money challenge for 2026. If you're a budgeter, or if you're not a budgeter, this is what's called a money challenge. And this is a hand-drawn one, hand-sketched. This is all, it's not like been on the thing and then traced it or anything like this. This is actually, I took the time to find the center, broke everything into sections. I should have taken a picture of that, and then got a compass, do a line, circle, did the lines out here, made sure these were longer than the other ones, and then just filled it all in. Did some numbers. I have begin again, because that's what I'm doing. Plan with intent, cash challenge, savings. My future is in my hands, and each of these are $20, and between that and all the islands and the ships, it will save you up to $2,026. Every paycheck you grab, $100 or $200, whatever you can save after you've paid everything else off, of course, and you get it yourself an envelope or put this in a little 3-ring binder or whatever, and you just put some of that money in at the end of the year, or if you have a savings for Christmas for next year, this is why you start this at the beginning of the year. So by the end of the year, by Christmas, you'll have 2026, or, if you have a vacation coming up, you can save faster, slower, whatever you need. What was I doing? I already did that. All right. And we'll do some little extra little bit line work here. So it looks like water. Like it's bumping up against it. That would mean that these boats are trapped. And then I might come by, there's a little bit darker areas on some of these. I might darken up, so I can come up here and just darken with some smaller strokes. And then finish off with some longer ones as well to kind of feather it out. I'm also going from one direction, because when you lift off, it'll leave a nice tapered line instead of a blunt one. This small of a detail probably wouldn't matter, but I try to get good habits going, so when I am doing something bigger and I need it to look better, then I'm not going to screw up halfway through. It's very easy to do. I just started drawing about a little over 1.5 years ago, and learning how to draw. The best I could do was like stick figures, and my idea was get to the point of selling stuff, and I figure starting with digital products is always a good idea. And I've done Canva and all that type of stuff for some other, digital downloads on Google Docs and everything like that. Stop saying everything and stuff and fetish. But I always wanted to get to the point where I can actually do my own artwork and art challenges, money challenges, but by hand. And it's taken me about 1.5 years to get to the point where I'm actually feeling comfortable to do it and possibly make some money off of it down the line. So this is my first attempt in seeing what works, what sells, what doesn't, what people are interested in, and improving my shadowing techniques. And each one I do is a little bit more experience. I really enjoy doing the black and white stuff. Oh, shoot. I have my gate open. I have a rabbit. She'll come in. Make sure he hasn't come in. Ooh, there she is. Oh, yeah, coming in. I have a rabbit, and she will chew up everything if I let her in. So I have baby gates on every room that has carpet, because she will destroy it. I might have to put more ink in this. I've been using this quite a bit. Do a couple longer strokes. Get some darkening here in the corner. Just kind of doing squiggles. I love these really thin ones, but they're so easy to mess up the tip. You have to really force yourself to go light and not do death grip. It's really easy to do a death grip on these things. I'll just do some more. I might come over with some of these because it's very light. Get some more shadowing. Kind of curve it a bit so it looks like it's waves or something. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Thursday, Thanksgiving Day for us. just do some cross hatching over here, see how it looks. Over here where I kind of messed up, I'll add a little extra sketchy. And I'm doing the line, we're going to do some dots on that with a little bit of a thicker pen to kind of try to make it look like it's kind of floating on the water a little bit, and shadowing and making it above, and then having this one above it. So I might do some extra shadowing around the edges here as well. So I want to make sure that the 2026 pops out. There's so much. So I'm just gonna do some almost dots around the edge here, just kind of filling in. I'm going to have it darker on the inside of it than the outside. So it's almost like very thick stippling. It's not quite a line because I don't want it to be a line. Here's my, I don't know what I did with my wax. I think my wax paper is in the other room. I usually have wax over on this side that I'm not using so I don't get so much dark marks. That's okay. Fill this in. Also do a little bit darkening over here as well. It might look like it's connecting, but I want this kind of more on top, so I don't want to do too much, but or is this just going to look like a blob? And then I'll kind of come over and do some more marks on the outside again. Where were these things I have? Now this one I'll have a little bit thicker on this line. I might just kind of do like broken strokes. I want to say something else when I'm saying strokes, but this is friendly channel. We don't say that. Darken it up just a little bit on this side, not too much. And then I'll do some stippling. In certain areas I might concentrate it so it looks like it's bouncing off. There might be more turbulence. I might even do a little bit of that over here in areas underneath, giving some of these waves a little extra shadow, thickening them, some of the back lines and the forward lines. Just kind of do some very light lines so you can get to some different textures and different darknesses. Even make sure you curve them a little bit because this is supposed to be water. Might have this side a little bit more active than the other side. Make sure you say a hello and give me a like and a thumbs up. And if you're enjoying this stuff, go and give me a subscribe or watch some of the other older videos. Hopefully I'll have some more stuff up this next month. Like I said, I'm going to be doing some Vlogsmith to try to get in the habit of doing videos once again. I'm going to do a little bit of a line on this side as well. Kind of scratchy. I'm going to try to make it as close to the thick line as I can, because this is viewed from above and quite far away, so I want it to be and then probably do some, this looks like there's an island right here, so I might do some curving around and some curving around, so a little bit more water right there. Anywhere that has a little extra thickness on it, I might might do some, or like these corners and stuff. I might stop saying stuff. And then do some stippling as well. Just go really light. That way you can always come back and add some extra depth and darkness to it if you need to. If you like it. If you don't, well, that's what Photoshop's for. I'll do this side as well. And I'm going to do a line. I forgot. Did I do a line? No, I didn't do a line on this side. Let's see if we can bring this down so you can see it a little bit. Make sure that's in there. All right. I guess I can just look in my camera, see what I'm seeing. There we go. Do a very thin mark around this, just like this is what I need to add some more water. And then come over here. I might have some darker colors right here where that bark mark is. Or even on the other side. They're just very light squiggles. Now, this did take me quite a while to draw from hand. So if you're wanting to do some of this, start early, because it will take you a while depending on how much detail you want to put in. Get you a couple different thickness of micro pans and play around with it. Play around with stippling and line marks. And just have fun. I love it. It's like meditating to me. I cannot meditate. I'm ADHD. And people say to clear your mind, words like clear your mind will appear in my head. I cannot sit down and like just think of nothing, because then I'll think of the word nothing, or I'll start doing checklists of stuff I need to do. I'm like, stop it. It's supposed to be like not thinking of stuff. And yeah, I can. This is the closest I get to meditation is artwork. And so it really helps me clear my mind, almost like sleeping a full night's sleep. Because sometimes if you're like me, it takes me hours to fall asleep. So what are you all doing today right now? If you have access to the comments, tell me what you are doing and what you're planning. Get some different. This one I completely messed up on. And then add some stippling. Very, very light. Make sure you're not holding it on there. Just dot, 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 dot. You can always come back. Just kind of do the shape. Dun, 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 dun. And if you accidentally go in it, well, then you can always do some light stippling on the thing to give it a little texture. Make it look like it's tarnishing. Now, I could just do a thick line, but there's so many art stuff out there that's just thick line. Thick line. I want to do a little bit different. As Bob Ross says, happy little accident. If you screw up, it's meant to be. And I'll probably finish this side out right here, and then I'll do this a little bit later. Maybe I'll come back on later tonight or tomorrow and finish off some of this, the extra compass, north, south, east, west markers, whatever. And then do the islands and then the 26. And then I will do some more recording of the outside of it. And then come back in and add the detail. Let's add some little wispies. And just kind of, if you're not sure, if you forget, just look down at the other stuff, see what you got. You can always add some little marks going out. Especially if you have some areas that are really dark, you can kind of feather them out with a smaller micro pen. That's really good. So if you screw up, no, we never screw up. We never screw up. But if you do screw up, just kind of go over the areas that are extra thick and just add some little feathering of a smaller pen. And then your through screw up looks like it's meant to be. And then I'll do some and it just doesn't look like bunches of blobs of paint or all different types of sizes. And areas that just look, this kind of looks like it's flicking up, and I want it to look more edge, like an edge and not a scoop. So I'll probably go and make these things a little bit darker right here. That way it has more a defined edge right there a little bit. Might even come back with this and just do extremely light edge. And then come in with some stippling. Anywhere they have a lot of concentration, that might be a good area to put some extra lines in. So it looks like a little bit of a wave. And just one little line here and there. Anywhere that looks like there's almost like a spray, you can always do some extra lines. You know, shorelines and other stuff as like calm areas. So you can do a little calm area there. And this one where there's a kind of a lot of this stuff, you can kind of go back, highlight areas. Make sure you always leave some light as well, so it's not too dark. If you screw up and you get too dark, well then, Photoshop. The eraser tool is nice. Let's do a little bit extra here in the corner. No, I want to put some here, but this is kind of underneath, and so the line, it actually should be right there. I can see it. It's almost erased. So we're just going to do the line over here, and you can do the line over here, and you can kind of see, so right here, it might be a little bit darker. And I might just make it a little darker right here, where I think that line might be. And then you can do the same thing over here. I'm going to do kind of a broken line. This is already kind of broken, but I might add a little extra thicknesses. And then like on the other side, there's actually an island here, so I'm going to kind of outline a little bit. Put some water kind of coming over here. That way when I come back to do the thing, I might just do a little bit of a dot. And if you're new here, this is a money challenge. This is for 2026. And this will save you up to $2,026. I will have it on my Ko-fi account, hopefully by December, once I get it done and get the video up. But for the time being, once I get the outlining, then I'll come in here on lives and finish doing the extra detail on it, so you can kind of see what's going on and what's going to be out on my accounts, and you can verify that yes, this is all hand drawn. Put some more lines out here. I have a very light line on the outside. So let's put that, okay, that's the top of the mask. I'm gonna just kind of put that mask. This is like the bird's nest, so I'm gonna kind of line that in so I make sure I have it, because it's kind of very faded. So I'm gonna just quickly put that in there so I know I have the bird's nest. I might even do a little person standing in it. That's one thing about these little tiny micro 003, very fine. You can actually do some very fine figurines. And anywhere that has some of this thick, it's kind of lighter over here and thicker over here, so I might just do some extra kind of texture over here, and then so it looks like a wave. And then come back here with the thicker Sharpie pen. And this is just like a regular 05. This is Sharpie pen, not their normal one, because this is like one of the ones that won't bleed through. At least that's what this says. And it hasn't. It's been pretty good for a Sharpie. It's actually really good for a fine liner. And we're going to do some dots. Give it some extra shadow here just on the outside. Oh, wait. No. Oops, I did on the inside. That's okay. There's lots of overlapping stuff, so I'll just kind of do it on the corners of where these are. And then since you can't really see the inside, I'm just going to do that. And is there any other areas? I might do some little extra, thicken this line up a little bit in certain areas. Do some dots. And then do some very light lines where it's not connected. Like, it almost looks like an island or a cliff. I could probably do some like lines on it, but I want it to be more like a ring. So that will be it for today. Let's look out on here. See what we got done so far. And I'll come back and do some of the rest of the compass angles and the extra 26, so it'll be matching the rest. And this is for the 2026 money challenge. It's compass, direction. This year starting over. New Year's, you're always starting over and then give up, so halfway. But so if you need to save up some money for a vacation or anything like this will be a great challenge to get going. I should have it out in my Ko-fi account by December. Once you see the video that pops up for this 2026, that means it will be in the Ko-fi account by then. So make sure you come back to the Painful Budgeter and pick this one up. I have some other starting over type of challenges as well that I'll be working on. I have a 1 month ahead, and then I'll probably do a 6 month or something like that type of month ahead. I want to do a starting a business type of money challenge / course type of thing. That way you're saving up money to get the stuff as you need, and also having the list of the things from like phase 1, doing your all your social medias and getting them set up and getting your email set up and that type of stuff. And then step 2, getting some of the digital stuff that's really easy, that doesn't really cost you a lot, and the more that you're going from the cheaper to building up your business, because that's what I want to do this year. So I'm trying to work it out and actually follow the stuff I plan, and then make probably one like this size, but it'll be like this, and it'll be all hand drawn, calligraphy and all that type of stuff. So it's not just a normal how-to course, and someone printed up off of Chat GPT. Now, I did do some research on Chat and some of the other ones and videos, and just kind of working through it and figuring out what works, what doesn't. If you have a business, I have an email, set it in there, and some of the stuff that you did, or if you have some videos on a channel, if you have a channel and you have some videos about starting a business, make sure you highlight that as well in the comments, and with your name and your channel and all that type of stuff. And I'd love to see it, love to explore it, and see what you have to offer. And, everybody, we need to help each other. So thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. Looks like I got quite a bit of people popping in and popping out, especially on a holiday out here. I really appreciate it. Make sure you do a thumbs up. I don't have any thumbs up, dude. And do some loves. So thank you all for joining me. I spelled that wrong. Joining me. Texting. There we go. And if you're interested in some of the stuff I do, I also have, if you're interested in art, I have a Painful Life channel, which is my art channel. This is my Painful Budgeter channel. So this is saving money and getting your business started, that type of stuff, which we'll be focusing on this next year, because that's what I want to do. And the other one is the art end of it, trying to learn how to do new things, because a year and a half ago, I could barely do a stick figure. So if someone like me who has absolutely no experience with technology, starting business, starting a channel, and all that type of stuff can get to this point in a year and a half, so can you. So don't lose faith in yourself. Take that time to explore what you enjoy doing and see if there's something that, if you're already in that business, awesome. But if you're kind of stuck where you are, find out what you enjoy doing. And just because you're ADHD, autistic, or anything else doesn't mean you can't do it, because I am. I just got recently diagnosed and working through that end of it as well, trying to figure out how to set myself up to succeed. And with my procrastination and all my thoughts of not being good enough and all that fun crap you got to deal with, trying to overcome that, and going to Toastmasters, taking writing groups, and just meeting all these wonderful people. All right, I will see you next time. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you all for joining me, and I will see you on the next one. Love you all. X. See you next time. Love you all.